Episode 3 of Pit Babe Season 2 starts with Charlie going through another experiment at the lab. Pete storms in and demands they wake Charlie up, as Babe got into an accident. Chris disagrees, but Pete insists, and Boat wakes Charlie up. The scene cuts to Charlie and Pete arriving at the hospital. The rest of the ex-Hunter gang is there. As always, Alan is on top of it, and has already talked to the police. Unfortunately, the police claim they have no leads. The CCTV was not clear, and the hit-and-run accident happened too quickly. Jeff reveals that according to his vision, the accident was intentional. Alan is shocked when Jeff mentions that he has been feeling pain after his visions returned. Alan was under the impression that Jeff had it under control. He angrily leaves, and the others ask Jeff to follow him. Meanwhile, Charlie rushes to his man and is relieved to see that Babe wasn't fatally hurt. Other than his arm injury and a few bruises, Babe is relatively okay. Charlie comforts him with kisses, peels a tangerine for him, and allows him to rest. The next day, Alan continues to ignore Jeff. He is hurt that Jeff hid the truth from him. He asks Jeff to reflect on what it means to be in a relationship. Jeff goes to Charlie for some relationship advice. Charlie advises him to use sex to make up with Alan. That might work for Charlie and Babe, but it won't work on Alan. Plus, Jeff is too shy about seducing his man. Charlie also advises him to go for a checkup. Chris runs some tests on Jeff and discovers that his powers are expanding. Unfortunately, the expansion is still in its early stages, and there is no way to know how strong Jeff's power will grow. This means that Jeff will feel the pain of the subjects in his vision. If the subject dies in his vision, Jeff might die too. With this new threat, Pete and Charlie ask Chris to find the skill-nullifying drug soon. Elsewhere, Tony is happy that Babe is at the hospital. He plans to make the ex-Hunter team suffer slowly. Tony has also been working on finding a drug that amplifies supernatural abilities. At the hospital, the audacious Willie visits Babe and starts flirting with him. He jokes about replacing Charlie, who is currently not at the hospital. Of course, Babe pushes him away, but Willie is persistent. Babe notes that Willie might have flash powers as he moves from one spot to another in the blink of an eye. Charlie arrives to find Willie flirting with his boyfriend. Will lies that he is there to check on Babe as a colleague. After Willie leaves, Charlie expresses his insecurities. Babe lovingly assures him that he is not interested in Willie. He clarifies that he only has eyes for Charlie. In the meantime, Kenta sneaks into Pete's house and reveals Tony is alive. Pete calls for an urgent meeting. Everyone is shocked to see Kenta and hear that Tony is alive. They start to question if Tony is immortal. Kenta points out that Tony might be behind Babe's accident. Babe responds that he is not scared. Later, he tells Charlie the same, and his boyfriend offers to protect him. Back at the garage, Jeff struggles to get Alan's forgiveness. Dean tries to help him, but the plan backfires. Meanwhile, Pete takes Kenta to Kim's house. Since Kim is no longer part of the ex-Hunter team, he is the only person who can help Kenta. Kim agrees, out of the goodness of his heart. As for the rest of the team, they focus on the upcoming race. Babe insists on participating after hearing from Jeff that the attacker in his vision was driving with one hand. Babe thinks that Willie was the driver involved in his accident and wants a chance to prove it. Ahead of the race, Charlie visits the lab to test the new drug. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Chris remains at the lab to find a solution. Pete joins him and brings him some food. They talk about the possibility of Tony being immortal. Chris is also clueless and doesn't believe in immortality. On the day of the race, Charlie's car spins out, but Babe manages to win. Willie takes the second place while North comes in third. After winning the race, Babe drives back to Charlie's car to save him. Charlie gets out of the car and stammers that he has lost his senses.